Much, Mr. Cranford. Of course, many people, if anybody is not from the town of Bay Roberts, you may be asking the question, why is the deputy mayor speaking if the mayor is in the background? But the mayor is presently on leave as he endeavors or looks at future endeavors of his, and so that way I get to fill in, and what a great privilege it is for me to fill in tonight at Mrs. Hussey's book launch. This is the second, as Mr. Cranford said, that I had the pleasure and privilege of bringing greetings to. Last week it was Historic Bay Roberts, a book by Mr. Mike Flynn on the history of Bay Roberts. And tonight, of course, I guess a relaunch of Our Life on Lear's Room by Mrs. Hussey. And it's such an honor and a privilege to be involved and bring greetings at the launch of these books that deal so much with our history. Mrs. Hussey was so lucky, and we are so lucky, that she recorded a life that is really no longer in existence, not as we knew it back in a number of years ago. And I too can remember a little bit about the Labrador fishery, because my father was a tinsmith. And when the Cabot Strait would arrive in Bay Roberts on the way to the Labrador every spring, he would spend 2 or 3 nights, however long the boat was in Bay Roberts, bringing up various bits of tin work that they had. Mainly it was for stoves and kettles and all that, but it was quite a busy year. And Mrs. Hussey mentions it because, of course, everybody needed extra material every year. And the Labrador fishery, of course, as we know it in this book, is no longer in existence. The Innu and the Inuit people of Labrador still, of course, have some fishing rights and still pursue the fishery to a smaller degree. But the people that travel to the Labrador now is mainly, and I could be corrected, is primarily now with the shrimp fishery and the crab fishery. And of course they land in St. Anthony many times, but this type of life on the Labrador, of course, as Mrs. Hussey and many other people from Conception Bay knew it, is no longer in existence. And that's why it's so important. And I congratulate also Mr. Cranford and Flanker Press for their work in maintaining and preserving the history of Newfoundland and Labrador, because if we don't do it, and there are so many more people, as I mentioned at the launch of Mike Flynn's book, there were so many other people in the audience that could certainly write so many valuable tales that if we don't do it, it will be lost. So, as I say, it's a great pleasure for me to be here at this book launch and represent the town of Bay Roberts. And we, of course, thank Mr. Cranford and Flanker Press for utilizing our visitor center. It's a great way for us to showcase our visitor center also. And at the same time, it's a little bit that Bay Roberts can do for our area. Not only Bay Roberts, as we did, but also the entire area, and in this particular case, Mrs. Hussey's book. So, Mrs. Hussey, I congratulate you. I thank you for putting in words and in print what you experienced. Much of it, I'm sure, wasn't easy. There were a lot of fun times, but it was also
we didn't think it was hard. Everybody was into one boat, literally speaking.
And whether or not we do it today, I don't know. But nevertheless, we thank you and commend you for...
I never thought ever to reach this proportion.
Well, it's an excellent book. We are certainly glad you did it, and as I say, to your family also, of course, so many family members that are here, I congratulate you and I thank you, and I wish you well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Remember, you're from Rich for the Top.
No.